catching up once again with Dalton Rosta. Dalton, you got a big fight coming up in the cage July 14th at the Rivers Casino. Made Men Promotions, who's been promoting boxing shows at the Rivers Casino in Mount Air, getting into the MMA game. You're going to be fighting for a light heavyweight title. Tell us a little bit about that fight coming up.
As you said, it's at Rivers Casino. I was recently going to actually fight on Pinnacle's card in June, but I had knee surgery back in May, which put me out of the Golden Gloves as well. So I got on this card July 14th. They just found me the opponent 3-4 days ago. He's from Philly. His name's Devon Williams. He's 4-0. He's an MMA fighter. Should be a good fight.
Now you've been taking out a couple undefeated guys left and right. Do you take, I mean, obviously you want to win every fight, but you take certain pride when you see a guy's got a 0, you definitely want to give him that first L?
Oh yeah, it feels a lot better opposed to fighting somebody that already has some losses. So you go into the fight knowing this guy has been beaten, and once you beat him, you're the first person to do it.
Now, you also do some amateur boxing aside. As you said, you were going to fight in the Cleveland Golden Gloves. We had talked about that when I was down at the Downtown Boxing Club, and you were looking forward to that. But as you said, you had a knee problem. What exactly happened to your knee?
Back in February, I tore my meniscus in 3 places. So I went and seen the doctor, got an MRI done. They told me it was torn, that I need surgery. But I had a fight in March for a title for Pinnacle FC. And so I decided to postpone the surgery. And so I fought in that fight with a torn meniscus. And then about actually a week before the fight, I was sparring and actually cracked my ribs too. So I fought in the fight March 24th with cracked ribs and a torn meniscus. After the fight, I tried running and everything again to get back in shape for the Golden Gloves, and my knee swelled up like the size of a balloon again. Went to the doctors again, and he said it got worse and I needed surgery like immediately. So I got it done, and I had to miss the Golden Gloves because of it, but now I'm back and I'm ready.
You made a pretty quick recovery though, so your knee's feeling good, ready to go?
Yes.
So on top of the MMA event coming up, you said you'll be making the trek back to Pittsburgh in early August there for an amateur card that's going to be at the Meadows Casino. It's going to be part of a pro-am boxing event. Tell us a little bit about that.
I just got hit up by a matchmaker, Derek Giante. It was about a week ago as well. It was right before I signed the contract for my MMA fight, and he asked me if I'd like to fight on the card, and I told him yeah. As for the opponent right now, I'm not sure who it was. He told me he has somebody, but he didn't tell me the name. But yeah, I will be fighting at 200 pounds on, I believe it's August 4th.
August 4th, yeah. Now we talked before about, like, you know, you doing boxing and you know, your wrestling background and stuff like that, and it's been about a year since we talked. So your boxing, you really haven't been in the ring too much, but I see you working with Sammy, so you're maintaining your boxing. How much of the boxing do you carry over to your MMA fights?
All of it. All of it. I'm not much of a kicker. I practice my kicks and stuff, but as for my MMA fights, so far I haven't even thrown one kick I haven't needed to. So I've pretty much taken everybody out with my hands and my wrestling. So I would say about 100% of the boxing follows over to MMA. And a lot of people think that boxing and MMA are 2 completely different sports, but they go hand in hand with each other. Not so much MMA with boxing, but boxing with MMA. So I believe boxing definitely helps out your striking game a lot more than just doing kickboxing or Muay Thai alone.
So you have respect for both sports. I mean, it's all in the hurt business, you know what I mean, combat sports. What's the hardest part of aspect of boxing, you'd say? I always hear some people who do both say sometimes like it's psychological because you kind of want to go in maybe for a takedown. Does that ever enter your mind during a boxing match?
No, I never actually want to go for a takedown. Like, I obviously can refrain from doing that. It never crosses my mind to take the guy down, but being a wrestler, it definitely would help. So that's, MMA is a little easier in that aspect, but boxing, it's a little tougher for me because you have to learn how to bail yourself out of bad situations with your hands and your head movement and your defense. You can't resort, like as opposed to MMA, if I get in a bad spot on my feet, I know I have that wrestling right there to back it up. So if I get in a bad spot on my feet, I can just take the guy down. In boxing, you can't do that. So it teaches you more discipline on your feet. So when I carry that over to MMA, I feel like it improves my striking that much more.
Now you said you're out with your knee injury. How'd you maintain, like, kind of try to stay in shape, with the minimal amount of activity you're probably allowed to do that? And how much do you balloon up in weight during that process?
Honestly, whenever I had my knee surgery, right after I had my knee surgery, I was off my feet for about a day. Then I got back in the gym, started lifting weights and stuff. I didn't do really any cardio at all besides like a week after I started riding the bike real lightly. And then I got back in the running about 2-3 weeks back in. I didn't gain so much weight. I actually think I might have lost some just because of the muscle atrophy in my leg. But the knee injury definitely, it sucks. It was actually my third knee surgery, so it's nothing new to me, and it was just as bad as the first 2 times.
Everybody, Dalton Rosta, undefeated amateur boxer, undefeated MMA artist. He's going to be entering the cage on July 14th, Rivers Casino, and entering the ring on August 4th at the Meadows Casino. So make sure you follow up on the website. We'll have those results posted for you. Dalton, thank you for your time.
Thank you.